At this point, we would like to highlight the development of this worship and some of the early hymnographers of the Church. God revealed himself in the flesh to the holy Highland martyr Ignatius, the God-bearer of Antioch in the 1st century. On a day when the Lord was teaching his disciples humility, he took a child and placed him among them, saying, "Whosoever therefore shall humble himself as this little child, the same is greatest in the kingdom of heaven." This child was Ignatius. Later, Ignatius was a disciple of St. John the theologian, together with Polycarp, bishop of Smyrna. As bishop of Antioch, Ignatius governed the Church of God as a good shepherd and was the first to introduce antiphonal chanting in the church, in which two choirs alternate the chanting. This manner of chanting was revealed to St. Ignatius by the angels in heaven. The Divine Liturgy, this heavenly worship, was revealed by God in the 1st century to the holy apostle James, the brother of the Lord. James is called the Lord's brother because he was the son of the righteous Joseph, the betrothed of the most holy Theotokos. The Lord numbered him among his 70 apostles. Following his glorious resurrection, the Lord appeared to him, especially as the apostle Paul testifies. He was bishop of Jerusalem for 30 years and zealously governed the Church of God. At the instruction of the Lord, James compiled the first liturgy, which seemed very long for later Christians, and St. Paul and St. John Chrysostom shortened it. Later in the 4th century, St. Basil the Great and St. John Chrysostom, the Golden Tongue, refined the Divine Liturgy. Basil was born during the reign of Emperor Constantine. In his mature years, he was baptized in the River Jordan along with Evelius, his former teacher. He was bishop of Caesarea in Cappadocia for almost 10 years and completed his earthly life 50 years after his birth. He was a great defender of orthodoxy, a great light of moral purity, a religious zealot, a great theological mind, a great builder and pillar of the Church of God. Basil fully deserved the title great. In the liturgical services, he is referred to as the bee of the Church of Christ, which brings honey to the faithful, and with its stinger pricks the heretics. Numerous works of this Father of the Church are preserved. They include theological, apologetical, ascetical, and canonical writings, as well as the Holy and Divine Liturgy named after him. This Divine Liturgy is celebrated 10 times throughout the year. Saint Basil died peacefully on January 1st, 379 AD. John was born in Antioch in the year 354. Studying Greek philosophy, John became disgusted with Hellenic paganism and adopted the Christian faith as the one and all-embracing truth. Meletius, Patriarch of Antioch, baptized John and his parents, and also subsequently received baptism. Following his parents' repose, John was tonsured a monk and lived a strict life of asceticism. He then wrote a book on the priesthood, after which the holy apostles John and Peter appeared to him and prophesied that he would have a life of great service, great grace, and great suffering. When he was to be ordained a priest, an angel of God appeared simultaneously to John and to Patriarch Flavian, Meletius' successor. And while the Patriarch was ordaining John, a shining white dove was seen hovering over John's head. Glorified for his wisdom, asceticism, and power of words, John was chosen as Patriarch of Constantinople at the behest of the Emperor Arcadius. As Patriarch, he governed the Church for 6 years with unequaled zeal and wisdom. He sent missionaries to the pagan Celts and Scythians and eradicated simony in the Church, deposing many bishops guilty of this vice. He extended the charitable works of the Church and wrote a special order of the Divine Liturgy. He shamed the heretics, denounced Empress Theodosia, interpreted Holy Scripture with his golden mind and tongue, and bequeathed the Church many precious books of his homilies. The people glorified him, the envious loathed him, and the Empress on 2 occasions sent him into exile. John spent 3 years in exile and reposed as an exile on the feast of the elevation of the precious and life-giving cross on September 14th, 407, in the town of Comena in Georgia. Before his repose, the holy apostle John and Peter appeared to him again, as did the holy martyr Basilicus, in whose church he received communion for the last time. His last words were, "Glory be to God for all things," and with that the soul of the gold-mouthed Patriarch was taken into paradise.